Hello, we're looking at Psalm chapter 1, and I call this devotional Fruit in Your Season. Let's look at what Psalm 1 says. It starts by saying, "Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, bringing fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but like the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish." I've often looked at Psalm 1 as a gateway into the fullest book of Psalms, a statement filled with great advice by implication, so to speak. The first part of which is always vivid in my mind, because my wife and I had written a song many years back with lyrics extracted from the first 3 verses. The next and final 3 verses always seem to me like a dark admonition and a stern warning about defaulting on God's principles. And they are. But I digress. This psalm, in broad strokes, can be described as an if-then or choices and consequences type of statement. And perhaps all of us can relate to having had a similar statements addressed our way by parents, teachers, and even older siblings as we grew up. So in effect, God the Father, our creator, our designer, our instigator, our inventor, summarizes so much of what the Bible is in this operator's manual, if you will. In, might I add, beautiful literary form. Walter Brueggemann says in his book, The Message of the Psalms, the Torah is understood not simply as Israelite moral values, but God's will and purpose ordained in every structure of life. And this is how we can look at Psalm chapter 1, kind of a "this is the way, walk ye in it" admonition. Verses 1 to 3 clearly addresses those who desire to stick around with God, and the last 3 verses to those who don't. Which one are you? On whom or what do you and I depend when push comes to shove, when there are moral decisions to make, when we're tempted beyond what we can bear, when there seems to be much more immediate gain in pulling a heist on a backdoor deal, compromising on what we believe? I pray we find the strength to persevere even as we respect and fear the Lord, as in the word which says, "Fear the Lord, it is the beginning of wisdom." You and I both know, just by reason of having lived a little bit, that the pressure we get by will often fly in the face of the thrust and the imperative of the first 3 verses of the psalm. I pray that we find the courage to endure every test that comes away. Why do I say that? Simple. Who wants to go through the wrath of verses 4, 5, and 6? Do you? A footnote for all of you who feel like life has passed you by, you've missed the bus, you feel envious and downright angry at how so-and-so, whom you always know seems to do better. This is, however, the real gem in Psalm 1. Walking the right path has God likening us to a tree planted by rivers of water that brings forth fruit in its season. Please note the word "its" season. Each one of us has their own time and season to bloom, to blossom, to flourish. That has nothing to do with the people around you. In life, let's get real. There will always be somebody above you, below you, faster, slower, taller, shorter, richer, poorer. You name it, you've got it. Deal with it, as I'm learning. I pray that you and I grow to understand that you can only be you as I me. Your time and your season for different types of hope, despair, pain, and success are yours alone. Stop comparing yourself. Stop tormenting yourself with a comparison. You will bring forth fruit in your season. Oscar Wilde said, "Be yourself, everyone else is taken." You can yet have your season, precious brother, precious sister, son, daughter, child, adult. You can, because while you yet live, it's not over. You are, as Psalm 1 says, a tree still planted, a tree still growing, a tree still able, still loved of God. Whatever you may have been or done, God is able to redeem you. Hold on. Let me pray for you. Father, I pray that everyone within the sound of my voice comes to the point in time, even now, where they understand that they are still able to become an eternal excellence, the planting of the Lord, just like that tree planted by the waterside. Help them become, help them grow, help them trust in you more and more. In Jesus' name, God bless you. See you next time. Have a beautiful day.